Kingdoms of Amular. I'm looking at the new free PSP games. Or PS games. I already got that one. Man. PlayStation Plus has been kind of like a bust this last couple of months. I did get Plague's Tale, which was awesome this year. This Kingdoms of Amular game, that game's actually alright if you haven't played it, but I played it when it originally came out. I was like in training too, I think. I think I played it in when did I play it? It's like 2013 or something. Was it out then? I don't know. Maybe I'll look at it. And if I play it again. Or being alright. What else? Knockout City, Walking Dead. Oh, some VR games. Yeah, I'll download those. I'll make it around to VR at some point again. And now I got like a nice little backlog. Alright, what am I doing with myself? Okay, so I gotta get up at like 3 in the morning tomorrow to piss in a cup or something. So that should be terrible. So we're gonna play for a few hours here, see how far we get, and then I'm gonna cut out before it's too late. Yeah.
Though spared from complete collapse, Ridis's home has been thoroughly scorched. Ridis sits alone in one of its rooms, the air thick with the smell of char. There shouldn't be any fire creatures for miles, she grumbles. She says the monster appeared while she was playing the woodland flute last night.
That means she summoned it.
As to why any monsters, let alone fire monsters, appeared,
my chair?
well,
I don't know.
Despite the circumstances, you ask Ridis to lead you out of the bewildering wood as promised. I did promise that, didn't I? She says wearily, rising from her seat. The poor girl is clearly still in shock. Why do you want to venture out beyond the bewildering wood anyway? She inquires, as she gathers this and that in preparation to leave. We are in search of the dragon, you say valiantly, adding, the reward will be significant should we defeat him. Honesty is the best policy.
That's true.
Sounds like a real risky way to make a living, she replies flatly, feigning interest. A group of Ivory Order people came through here just the other day, she explains. You connect the dots with malice. Those three, you seethe. At last, Ridis is ready to depart for the edge of the bewildering wood.
Oh, fun. How does that work? Only 3 characters. That's too bad. This was part of that Star Ocean that came out recently. You could have everybody at the same time. It was phenomenal. Alright, bye Rar. I need my harem. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Level 3. Jeez. Oh, that's like an ability. What abilities does she have? None. Skills, poison arrow. Alright. Alright. Let's see how that goes.
Ridis's mother tells you she was once deceived by a crooked merchant and plunged into debt. Ridis has been working to repay the debt ever since her mother took ill. You lightly press your thumb and forefinger to the corner of each eye, a mixture of sadness and anger swirling within you.
These requirements. Oh, good. Wait, I know that sound. The tones must smell like poop. Pull this lively young lady away from the fruit gathering chores toward the merry band of rogues. Either through bad luck or through trusting a heart, Rita's mother was endured no shortage of hardship despite living in secluded woodland. You might think the repeated swindlings would get her down, but that would require that she realize she's being defrauded. Perhaps ignorance really is bliss. This guy? He made a promise to the love of his life when they were married. I shall love you till death do us part. 1/2 century later, he has proven the man of his word. His wife now lies in bed, illness slowly claiming her. He takes her hand, decides, take his memory washing over him. Finally he sighs, he'll be through. Finally he sighs, he'll be through with his promise. Man, so sad. That's so sad. Alright. Oh wait, let's nah, we'll just go.
This road takes you to the east side of the Bewildering Wood, but you'd be hard-pressed to find your way without a woodlander's help, the guard warns. Upon seeing that Riddis is with you, he steps aside and lets you through.
So I'm trying to send this thing. Okay, that didn't work. That's the wrong drive. That one. What in the world? Download then. Okay, download complete. There it is. Share this document with the group. I'll be available to everyone in the group and also store it in the group's gallery. That's fine.
The eastern portion of the woods certainly does not want for thick, soupy fog. You turn away, ready to lead the party deeper into the Bewildering Wood.
It's a crazy old
Wait
man.
just a moment, you lot, calls the voice of an older man from somewhere behind you. Riddis appears to be familiar with him. She calls him Mr. O. Here you are, young lady, he says, handing her a slip of paper.
Invoice for rental property damage and associated repairs totaling $1 million.
Oh dear. Further, Mr. O explains, Riddis did not have a fire insurance policy at the time of the conflagration, and so she shall have to pay in
Can I just
full.
kill this motherfucker?
I'll thank you kindly to pay by the end of the month. Bye now, Mr. O says, receding from view as he returns to the forest. Hee hee. Ridis lets out a bemused chuckle, her demeanor remarkably calm for what has just transpired. She pulls the woodland flute from her cloak and begins softly playing. Ridis's ear-splitting performance, shall we say, draws monsters out from behind the trees. Within moments, they are nearly upon you. And fight.
Dark damage like poison if rolls for a greater. Okay. It is not. Hey, what's up? Ooh, lightning does not do a lot of damage against this guy.
That's odd. I must have made a mistake, Ridis says, burying her face in her old book once more. She opens the book to a particular page and thrusts it in your face. You can't tell anyone in the village I let you see this, okay? It's a page of sheet music with a note scrawled beside it that reads, "Play this lucky tune to reverse your financial fortunes and make money woes a thing of the past." No matter how many times I played this last night, our debt never went down, she fumes, incensed. You inspect the page a bit more carefully. Off in a corner, in letters so small as to be illegible, another message reads, "May summon monsters if played incorrectly." You finally see that so long as Ridis holds the flute, this is nothing more than a monster conjuring melody. You snatch the woodland flute from her hands. "You have lost your flute-playing privileges," you inform her. "But I'll never escape from this mountain of debt without it," she cries, clearly still believing in the melody of fortune. Melanie quietly opines that while Ridis is many things, bright is not one of them.
Man, I was hoping she would summon the monster to kill that motherfucker. Ooh, foot cramps is... Yeah, she is very fast. Oh, he gains levels if he's not in the party. Interesting. Oh, event. Trees bearing very solid looking nuts. Oh, this thing again, huh? Whoopsies. Poor Mar. Poor Mar. Dang, he took it again. Nice.
Nice work.
Nice.
Don't hold back.
Certain elements will not be afflicted by summons regardless of what you roll. Oh, interesting. That's true now, huh? Jeez Louise, these slow trees are doing a heck of a job.
Don't hold back.
Yeah, even if he's strong against that lightning attack, it seems to do more damage. Oh, interesting. This is new.
Excellent.
Nice. Crushing it. Add 3 to damage if target is affected by a status. Huh.
Here, Ridis chirps, pushing overgrown boughs and shrubs aside. As she does, a hidden path out of the bewildering wood comes into view. At last, you are free of the bewildering wood. Praise the power of the Woodlanders, you squeal in admiration of Ridis. She giggles bashfully. You've certainly kept your promise, you say. Thank you for showing us the way. I was hoping I could join you on your quest to defeat the dragon, Ridis suddenly blurts out. She takes out her old book and thrusts another page in your face. This week's creature of fortune is the dragon. Boons may befall those who encounter him. Melanie's jaw goes slack. What is the deal with this book? Melanie asks, bewildered. I can probably pay off my debt if we can just defeat the dragon, Ridis chirps, revealing her true intentions. No, I won't dilute my share of the riches any further. No more additions to the party, you bark. Have you no heart? Are you just going to leave a young helpless girl like me to drown in an ocean of debt and deal with that crusty old man? Ridis fires back relentlessly. I want to go. No. So goes the endless chorus of your thoroughly unproductive argument. Melanie calmly reminds you that the party, in its current form, stands little chance of defeating the dragon. See? You need me, Ridis says, sensing an opportunity. Your well-reasoned argument of no thwarted, you nod your head in resignation and welcome Ridis to the party.
The mystery of the forest solves our hero's journey into its heart. There they meet a girl calling herself a Woodlander. She leads them to her home nestled deep in the bewildering woods. A home that soon burns in an unimaginable tragedy. A home she did not own, leaving her mired in debt. Determined to pay her way to freedom, she joins the heroes in their quest to fell the dragon. She embraces her new compatriots and leaves the wood behind. Their next stop, a curious village where monsters and humankind exist. Unionville. Head east. Happenstance. Increase 1 damage dealt to allies and enemies. Huh.
About the enemy.
Oh. Yeah, who cares? Oh, what are these fun looking things? Let's try freezing them. Nope. That's right, sucker! Ruh-roh. Let's try... Nope. Oh boy! Good enough.
An armor-clad knight stands, exuding an extraordinarily powerful aura. The knight faces you and asks, "Might you be challengers?" But after sizing you up for a long moment, his shoulders slump and he mutters, "No, you are not yet ready. Grow strong, young ones," he says, then returns to standing in silence. It appears he awaits a stalwart warrior to challenge him. A monster appears, but parts of its body are frozen solid. It's in considerable pain. You may be able to aid it by administering some defroster. You would help it if you could, but you have no defroster on hand. Unable to do anything more, you keep walking. With a whoosh of displaced air, something shoots across the path right in front of you. What is that thing? Careful not to attract attention to yourself. You sneak a glance in the direction the thing flew. Yep, monster, just like you thought. The monster rolls gleefully across the ground, reminding you of Mar. Your expression softens. Your friends give you strange looks. With a brisk clearing of the throat, you stride away. Bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to explode.
Ooh, one's bad.
The bizarre rock transformed into a treasure rock.
Never mind.
Don't hold back.
Alright, we're gonna defend and wait for her to use her lightning magic to kill them all in one fell swoop. Actually, no, we can heal. You. Yeah, take that! Oh, good. Nice.
Something comes rocketing down from the mountaintop. There and gone in a flash. What was that? Hey, you all right? You call out to the crumpled humanoid figure before you. But when you reach out to turn whoever it is over, you realize it's a monster. You scramble up and flee, but it's too late. The monster's got its sights set on you. The monster calls forth its fellows. Out from beneath the rocks they crawl, salivating over their prey. There's no avoiding a fight now.
Oh, fun.
Oh?
Oh no, -1 attack. Add 10 to own attack for 2 turns. Interesting. That'd be useful.
I thought it was a person. You try to explain, rushing to catch up with your friends.
Oh. Was that other one an ability? Yeah, that is.
You come across 2 men sitting on a rock. They take no notice of you or the party, but you can hear their fervent discussion. You listen in and deduce that they are a pair of thieves. You lean in, trying to hear what else the thieves are talking about. you'll catch pieces of the conversation here and there. Listen about that loot. Head south from the harbor and cross the mountains. It sounds like they've just told you where to find their stolen loot. You hastily grab a scrap of paper, write down what you've heard, and quietly sneak away.
Stolen goods. Head south from the harbor and cross the mountains.
The harbor is closed today. Anyone seeking shoreland should move 3 spaces to the southeast.
Oh, do I get a boat at some point? Ooh. Dang, girl! I'm getting turned up.
Was lucky. Congrats.
Let's read these stories. These slimes have learned how to wield human weaponry. Most all have taken with lightly, have paid with their lives. Well learned to wield is perhaps overstating things. They still primarily attack by ramming their gooey bodies and enemies, but now they allow brandishing swords. Seeing as they produce poison within their bodies for protection, these guys are anything but fun. Factor in the tough flesh, and they have a meal even the omnivores avoid. Oh. Flames engulfing these wolves should burn. To the Parises, as such one nation took to engraving the beasts on talismans as long as good life. All who lay eyes on the aqua rocks are taken by their beauty, only by the spirit within to devour their souls and serves further polishing the vessel. The vessel is polished, spirits pass on, leaving behind a gemstone frequently sold at illicit markets. Buyers are said to pay what their life is worth to own one. Fun. Alright.
Don't hold back.
Perfect. Wow, that's a fun critical. I do want to go to the Nameless Shrine, that is true. Inflict ice on all enemies for one turn. Nice! Nice! Suck a dick! Oh, boo. I did no damage. Should've just healed. Oh, good.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's head to Unionville.
Okay.
You see something approaching from up ahead. A monster, Melanie shouts, readying for battle. Mr. Flobby, get back here. It's dangerous out there, a young girl chides, taking the creature back to the village. It seems you've finally arrived at Unionville, a village where humans and monsters live together in peace. What a weird place, remarks Ridis lightheartedly. I like it. We aren't staying a moment longer than necessary, says an unsettled Melanie, her distaste for monsters plain on her face. Any travelers with magical little critters can stay. It appears the headman's long-standing pronouncement on the welcoming of all magical creatures also applies to you and your party.
Oh, good. Guess I just need to walk in and walk out. Oh. Current, better, same, better, okay. I don't know if I'm not going to use him right now. Just wait. So, checks against win. Spot, huh?
The woman frowns deeply, claiming the cakes she bought for her beloved furball have all been eaten by someone else. A quiet furball sits with crumbs around its mouth. child says his monster friend left the village suddenly to go back home. He claims the headman told him that he could go home when he grew up too. The little orc child pouts, but I don't know where my home is. You ask the old man if he knows anything about the dragon. No, sir, he answers. All I know is that it brings more trouble to this already troubled world. But our headman is a wise and worldly man. He might know something, he remarks, pointing at a house not far away. The little goblin sulks as he gazes upon the withering flowers he tried so desperately to take care of. He looks at you with tears in his eyes, silently begging you for help. They must be thirsty, you think to yourself. Then douse the flowers in water until... Stop, stop, the goblin shrieks angrily. You're drowning them. If it were that easy, the goblin says, he would have done it himself. You pour the salve onto the flower. The goblin cries out in happy. He then holds something out to you.
Mystery card 5? Yes!
The goblin stares lovingly at the beautiful flowers and gobbles them up. Healthy
delicious.
flowers are the tastiest, he proclaims in glee. Did he grow those flowers just to eat them? A young boy wanders up to your group in wide-eyed wonder. You surmise his curiosity stems from the lack of travelers visiting the village. You realize you are right when he assails you with questions about your origins and adventures. The Inquisition leaves you exhausted. However, does your mouth become so filthy, Mr. Flobby? Sighs the girl as she wipes the slime clean. Clearly embarrassed, Mr. Flobby murmurs, "That's not my mouth."
Gross.
The little orc child is engrossed in a fairy tale. The title reads, "The Legend of the Dragon." You take a peek into the picture book and come across a passage that piques your interest.
If you did the king's army, the dragon hid
To
itself
where,
away.
you wonder? Then recall that this is merely a fairy tale. The village headman is a renowned gourmet, and rumor has it he only dines on the finest foods. The man says he wishes he too could have such a lavish meal just once in his life, his deep desire for delicacies only growing with time. Wow, a new friend, and so big, too, the furball exclaims in glee as it rushes over to Mar. Mar stares off into the distance as the furball snuggles up to his leg. For some reason, Ridis joins in on the cuddling. Lately, a suspicious man cloaked in black has been seen wandering about the village outskirts. The old woman looks at Melanie and remarks that he was dressed just like her.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Alright, let's go. Little boy loves climbing trees, but just watch. Today he's going to climb a big tree in the square. Little boy loves his big sister. Today he's going to climb a tree and have to look-see in his sister's room. Yoko Taro. A day passed and he didn't wear his hair, arrange his clothes just the way she liked. She was the prettiest girl in the village, and one day he was sure she'd notice him. For long, the village was full of men who dressed the same and wore their hair the exact same way. He ceased to be able to tell any of them apart. Let's try this again, and then I'm going to pee. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, heck yeah, YOLO! Yay! Oh, it's so many cards. Of course we're gonna... Oh, boo. What? Computer's so dumb. I don't understand. It makes me angry. Vestifrella 4 lore. Oh, boo! Boo, boo. Oh, can I finally have a turn? Holy cow. Yeah, draw it. Yay! Excellent. Oh, excellent. Let's see. Steal a card, set number 10 or lower from the selected player. Or I could do. Let's grab that. Choose set. Steal a card, set number 10. I don't understand. Where do those cards go, I wonder? No. It's pretty good. No. It's almost like I have to do nothing. That's alright, one set for each player. I don't like that. My sets are the best sets. Oh, I got such trash too. Boo! Game. God, I hate that stupid dragon. It's like do bad, so you can do good at the end. It's a piece of junk. Some bullshit. Yep, now I have to. Piece of junk. Whatever. Good, more shit. Just a bunch of trash. Excellent, perfect. Look at this junk. Are you freaking kidding me? No, I don't want to do anything. No, I don't want to. I just want to skip. I don't want to make anything. Hope you lose everything, asshole. What the hell? Where's all this junk coming from? Oh my gosh, I hate this so much. First to last. Oh, good. Oh, I don't get a rest? That's too bad. Could really use a rest. Yeah, pull it. Sweet. Oh, good. Trash. Just complete trash. Okay, please take the good stuff and leave my bad stuff. That's what I want. I want to keep that and lose that. Yep, there it is. Screw you, game. What in the fuck? You gave me the worst thing that guy had, and you took the best. Oh my gosh. You piece of shit, game. Fuck you. This piece. Fuck you, game. Oh, what is this terrible darkness? How bad am I losing? I'm actually not losing by that much. That's good. Yep, draw it. Nothing. Good. Perfect. Oh, good. Oh, good. Bunch of useless shit. Yep, that's right. Oh, I lost. Time gets back around to me. This fucking thing. Alright, I lost. Good. Excellent. Yep, there it is. Fuck you, Goblin. That's some bullshit. Fuck this game. Alright, I'm gonna go pee. Right back.
Travelers, you hear a voice call from somewhere. Down here, at thy feet, you look down to see a small clump of fur by your boots. The clump of fur speaks. I am Lappy, and I should like to journey forth with thee. Lappy the furball looks at you with amiable expectations. Of course, the more the merrier, you exclaim, pumping your fist energetically into the air. But Melanie coldly interjects, "No, I can't trust monsters." Thoroughly rejected by Melanie, Lappy bursts into tears. Lappy says he has no friends because of his aged face and speech. All alone, he decided to leave the village on a journey. Your party is silenced by the crying child with the face of a grown man. You tell Melanie to be nice and quip that both she and Lappy could use a friend. Exhausted from arguing with you, Melanie half-heartedly agrees. Fine, we can be friends. However, she says that they are on a dangerous journey to defeat the dragon. As such, they cannot take a child with them. Lappy leaps up and hugs her in his excitement, exclaiming, "Thou hast made me so happy." Till next time, Melanie says, peeling Lappy off of her and placing him on the ground. Though she thought all monsters to be evil, Melanie feels that the ones here are different. Finally, a friend. You bow, but before you can speak, the man suddenly introduces himself as the village headman. He laughs, then shamelessly praises his own village as being wondrous and peaceful. "And who are you?" he asks. After explaining that you are on a quest to defeat the dragon, the headman invites you to rest your feet a bit in his village. He says that he had heard rumors of the dragon when he traveled the world. You must be tired from your journey. Have a seat. I will have my chef prepare a feast, the headman says, then claps his hands twice to summon a stewardess. Extravagant dishes that you have never seen before are placed on the table before you, each one looking more delicious than the last. "You're drooling," Melanie scowls. You hadn't even noticed. You wipe your mouth with your sleeve, then gasp as you turn to Mar. Perhaps in an attempt to hold himself back, Mar is gnawing on the table corner. There. We'll eat soon, you reassure Mar while gently stroking his head. The doors fly open in the next instant, and a girl runs in. With tears in her eyes, she tells you that her dear companion, Mr. Flobby the Slime, is missing. The headman's eyes go wide in surprise. "We must find that slime right away," he says anxiously. "You are starving, but it doesn't look like you'll be able to partake of the feast before you because of Mr. Flobby's disappearance." "We will find your slime, and then we feast," you add quietly. Melanie reminds you that you are here to get clues about the dragon from the headman. What's the difference? Literally everything. Hunger taking its toll, you two begin to argue. "Brave heroes," the headman interjects, then bows his head. "Would you please find her slime?" It appears the story has hit a standstill until you find the missing Mr. Flobby. You need to hear the whole story from the young girl. The girl sobs, wailing about the missing Mr. Flobby. Melanie places her hand atop the girl's head. The girl then hands something to Melanie. It looks like the muddy handkerchief she used to wipe Mr. Flobby. She asks Melanie to wipe Mr. Flobby with it after you find him. The girl claims to have searched the village but cannot find her friend anywhere. Regardless, looking aimlessly outside the village would be a waste of time. You decide to collect more information in the village. Melanie's friend Lappy is here. Lappy cuddles up. Despite her hatred of monsters, Melanie doesn't seem to mind. The goblin dutifully tends his flower bed, eagerly anticipating the day. It seems like the girl who left the headman. The elderly man says she cannot have gone far. She says she saw a suspicious man in black with a slime outside the village not long ago. She claims they went northwest together. Did that man take Mr. Flobby? You resolve to leave the village in search of the pair. Though a torch is not strictly necessary, it would certainly help you find your way through the dimly lit shrine.
Can I not use it? Alright, whatever.
Your footing is obscured in the dimness of the shrine. You should probably proceed. You go forth slowly but steadily, taking it one step at a time. You take a good look at the floor and see it lined in trails of viscous liquid. No doubt a slime or 200 have passed through here. It looks like poor Mr. Flobby is being held captive by the Mystery Man. Hand over that slime, you shout to the man in the dark. You speak as if I kidnapped him, he remarks, curtly turning to face you. When your eyes finally adjust to the surrounding darkness, you realize the man's clothes look eerily similar to Melanie's. Melanie's mouth falls open in surprise. It seems the man has noticed Melanie as well. It looks like the two know each other. The man says that he and Melanie came from the same village, where this was their native dress. The man's revelation makes you realize that you know almost nothing about Melanie's past. You ask her if he is a childhood friend, but she holds her tongue. Then the man speaks. With forbidden magic, our clan has ensured the dragon, he begins, when Melanie cuts in. She rattles on about the man, telling you that he is Vince, a lunatic obsessed with the dragon. Vince resentfully claims that he is searching for the noble dragon to protect it. You ran away from home with your tail between your legs, he ridicules. Enraged, Melanie lunges at Vince. You have so many questions, but realize that the most pressing matter is getting Mr. Flobby back. So you ready for battle? Careful, he won't go down easy.
Oh boy. Holy cow.
During the fight, Vince asks, "Do you know the truth about that village?" The headman may look like a nice old man, but he keeps those little monsters around too. He begins, but before he can finish, Winifred, Hedwyn, and Berwyn of the Ivory Order appear.
Man, what are these douchebags
The
want?
three brush you aside, fixing their attention on Vince. "So you are the one who disturbs the peace," they exclaim. "Then charge it. The Ivory Order and that false justice they serve are the true evil here," he retaliates, fighting back. Seeing the two parties occupied with each other, you realize this is your chance to grab Mr. Flobby. Perhaps wary of humans, Mr. Flobby dashes out when you draw near. When you reach out to grab Mr. Flobby, lower Mr. Flobby's stamina to calm him down. exhausted from the fight, the rage, but it seems he hasn't yet come to his senses. Find something to help return Mr. Flobby to normal. You wipe Mr. Flobby's mouth with the handkerchief you received from the girl. Then you hear a quiet voice speak. "That's not my mouth," Mr. Flobby murmurs bashfully. It looks like the girl's familiar scent on the handkerchief returned him to normal. Having regained his senses, Mr. Flobby heads back to the village. You place the increasingly sticky handkerchief in your bag. Lappy approaches and tells you that Mr. Flobby has returned. The girl is ecstatic that Mr. Flobby is finally back home. "I'm happy for you," Melanie says with a smile as she returns the handkerchief. The girl bows her head and thanks you deeply. Mr. Flobby looks as slimy as ever. You just hope it's a happy slime. The headman wants us to bring Mr. Flobby to him. Would you mind, you ask? Of course not, but bring him back soon, she answers with a bright smile.
Oh, I opened her thing. She's quick to hire, gentle disposition. Her hiring was ultimately a failure. The damages wrought by her carelessness far outweighed the profits. She left the store in shambles. It's everyone's favorite friendly villager slime, Mr. Flobby. You can find him playing house and racing against a girl in the village, his bestest friend forever. Mr. Flobby comes from a really big family. There's his sister Ploppy, his brother Bleppy, and his nephew Boopy. So none of them are with us any longer.
I am so happy to see you safe and sound, the headman exclaims, giving Mr. Flobby a hug. You explain everything that happened, including the incident with Vince and the Ivory Order. He expresses his relief that the Order will be taking care of the criminal. He then thanks you for your hard work and instructs his stewardess to prepare dinner for your party. You can feel your collective mouths watering at the sight of the lavish. You, Mar, and Ridis immediately dig in. You aren't sure where you find a moment to breathe among all the feasting. Please, eat to your heart's content, the headman insists with a smile. Once your belly is full, you realize that Mr. Flobby is gone. And then... Room for dessert? The headman asks, offering you a plate of slimy jelly. You feel your stomach churning at the very sight of it. The color strikes you as familiar, and the stickiness sends a shiver down your spine. Is this Mr. Flobby? You ask the headman, your voice trembling in disbelief. The headman looks at you with a plain expression, one that holds no malice. Is that a problem? He questions back. This dish is a masterpiece, he remarks with a light-hearted chuckle as he gazes at the jelly. and I have you brave heroes to thank for it. Had you not brought that slime back, we would not be able to enjoy this exquisite dessert. You move to leave, but the headman stops. I try to get my meat while it's still young and tender, but at least your pet is very plump, he remarks, licking his lips. He points at Mar and asks, would you consider leaving that creature here with me?
Attack!
Never, you refuse flatly, not bothering to hide your discomfort. Think about it, he entreats. And then you grab the headman by his lapels, hands trembling in fury. About the enemy. Pummel the headman with all your might. Curled up on the ground, the headman groans in pain, but insists that monsters were meant to be eaten. You hug Mar tightly, reassuring him that you will not hand him over to anyone. Mar looks at you with his round eyes and mews softly. You meet eyes with the rest of your party and reach a tacit agreement. Together, you all stand and leave. As you are about to leave the headman's house, though, the old man suddenly charges at you from behind. But Mar, the keener of you two, is quick to block his path. With a crash, Mar and the headman tumble to the ground. From the headman's hand falls a small blade. It clatters to the ground, covered in blood. You take the injured Mar to an inn where you can watch over him. You gaze at the unconscious Mar with concern. Despite the shallow wound, no amount of medicine seems to rouse Mar from the bed. I heard that my friends were in danger, so I came as quickly as I could, Lappy says. As he reaches Mar's bedside, he leans over and licks his wound. This is what-you-call-it extract, he shouts. He explains that it is a poison extracted from a certain monster. If it enters the body, it drastically reduces one's stamina. Hearing those words, you realize the headman's blade must have been coated in this poison. Mar's condition starts to make sense. Isn't there anything we can do? Melanie asks. Lappy's eyes widen in realization before he places his mouth over Mar's wound and begins sucking. He then puts the what-you-call-it extract into a bottle and hands it to you. Lappy says that if you follow the road south of the village, you will reach Shoreland. He tells you to give the extract to the famous nutritionist there. You try asking Lappy to go in your stead. Since you already know the particulars, why don't you go? I would love to go, but alas, I am a monster, and still a child, he answers. Thus venturing to other towns would be perilous. You raise an eyebrow, recalling someone who had said they were ready to leave the village on a journey. You decide to go, knowing that Mars' health is your top priority. But this is strange. The extract comes from a monster, so it should have no effect on one, Lappy remarks with a curious tilt of his head.
Traveling Gormani in his younger days, the headsman has long been fond of monsters. So much so he founded Unionville, where humans and monsters coexist. Looks don't tell the whole story. Even the most incredible looking things can harbor incredible flavors. Him explains his table full of dishes never before seen.
I thought a beast of that size would eat us out of house and home, she remarks, no doubt talking about Mars. The girl sighs. You're Mr. Flobby. This is Mr. Globby. Mr. Flobby's cousin, she tells you.
Oh, it's another chapter. This chapter's cruising. A monster vanishes in the village where such creatures live together in peace with humankind. While on this trail, the proud witch encounters a one-eyed man from her past. As the Ivory Order and mysterious man cross blades, the self-proclaimed heroes slink away to see the missing monster home. The hidden village secret comes to light and is united in name alone. The monster falls protecting the would-be hero from a headman's blade. Oh, they must save the precious companion. The party sets out to the next town. There they meet two stalwart men who devote their lives to nutrition. Oh, look at those strapping young men. Shoreland.
Good work.
Oh, nice. It's catching up. Activate the violence, Umbral goblins relish their weapons and maim their enemies and are said to be elated by the sound and sensation of cracking enemies' bones. It seems incessant bullying from their supposed mates is what snapped these goblins. Perhaps humans are not the only ones preoccupied with fitting into society at large. Third, oh, nice. It comes rocketing to the mountaintop. A monster.
As one, you and your friends draw your weapons to fend off the old man claps a hand to your shoulder, and you don't even have time to say, huh, before the old man runs off. Then from behind you hear a rustling. As a monster leaps out at you. Looks like that old man's gotten you caught in the crossfire. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. So bad.
That was lucky.
Nice.
Next time I see that geezer, he's gonna pay. Growl, stamping your boot hard.
Ow. I gotta look at this tree and thing, I forgot. Treants of the tender living elders of the forest, well versed in the laws of nature and itinerant, never staying in any one forest long enough to put down roots. When treants cross paths in their travels, they each break off a branch and graft one to another. Thus, the memories of the rings of each branch pass down and preserved. Oh, that's fun. I think these are the mountains I was looking for before with the treasure. Let's see if we can find it. Is this it, maybe?
You journey onward, only to see a suspicious-looking elder appear before you, a bottle of medicine dangling from his waist. He proclaims himself a man of medicine who has discovered a revolutionary new curative. He would have one of your party drink it as a test.
Yeah,
There's
right.
no harm in trying it, he boldly claims. Well?
YOLO!
You take the stranger at his word, and drink. You gradually begin to feel quite ill. The world spins. You feel yourself coming unmoored. The doctor of sorts eyes the now empty bottle. Well now, drinking it all at once is a fine way to poison yourself, he tells you. Should have led with that, you try to say, but it comes out sounding more like
Hey, girl.
Something's catching the sunlight just so. You find a chest. Something about this feels familiar. Sure enough, this is the location those thieves mentioned when you were eavesdropping. Quite convinced you found their stash, you open the chest with a self-satisfied smirk on your face. Don't hold back. Excellent. Pick up a scrap of paper dropped by some manner of monster. It has a message scrawled on it in crude lettering.
Alright, where CVC Harbor Peninsula stolen treasure. Harbor Peninsula.
Clearly, whoever dropped this message stashed the scrap of paper in your pack and resolved to keep an eye out for the treasure on your travels.
Nice.
And fight.
Perfect. Might as well enter it right now. I'm down here. Ooh, nice.
That was lucky. Nice work. You did great. It appears this sturdy door has a magic seal on it. Unfortunately, it is out of her realm of expertise.
Huh. Can I run out of slimes? Gives me 1,000. Rush up to it.
Drawing upon your courage, you toss the janky telescope aside and charge ahead with your friends. But what you saw was only an old woman. When you which sends you and your companions tumbling over one another into a heap on the ground. A concerned look on her face, the old woman hands you a bottle of medicine.
Nice.
Thunder roars overhead. Watch out for lightning.
Nope.
That one almost hit you. You glance over your shoulder and see Melanie, charred and smoking.
Dang, girl.
You did great. About the enemy. Look, you two, it's the sea, Ridis exclaims, frolicking in glee. You, on the other hand, trudge along as far as you can from the coast, ignoring the hair sticking to your forehead. Feeling something at your feet, you glance down. There's something underneath your boot. It appears you've stepped on a monster's cape, making it very upset. It attacks you in fury.
Oh. Nice. Good.
You did great.
Nice. Very good. Can't even need paralysis. Nah. Deal 4 bolt damage for paralysis. Ooh, yeah. Oh.
Don't hold back.
Yay. Terrible.
Nice work.
Shake my head. That's a major overkill. Nice. Increase pull damage by 5. Alright, let's see here. Let's look at abilities real quick. Can I recover 3 or gain? No, I don't care about that. Oh, she has so many. Poison, deadly poison, decrease bolt damage, or add 3 damage, like that. That's what she's got. Okay. We're the Sea Harbor. Peninsula. Peninsula. Stolen treasure. Peninsula. Showing what it is if you get close to what do you do. Let's sneak up on it.
Looks like some monsters prowling about. You channel the inner champion of justice you never knew you had, and decide to throw down with the monsters. Nice work. You sheathe your sword with a braggartly flourish, but no one's looking at you except for Melanie. The exasperated sigh she heaves rings loud as a shout in your ears. Don't hold back.
Holy cow.
Pick up a scrap of paper from the shore. I threw a mercenary's sword into the sea, and in turn, true happiness was granted me. It reads, "It might be worth trying yourself if you happen to have a mercenary's sword."
Do it.
You turn toward the sea and heave the mercenary's sword into the air with all your might. The pommel of a sword rises, glistening from the waves. As it does, you hear a voice. "Is this fine, gleaming sword the one you cast into my waves?" it asks. "Yep, sure is," you respond. "A liar," the voice booms. Then, a moment later, "Yes, absolutely," you reply hastily. The voice speaks once more. "That will be 1,000 gold pieces."
Sure. Let's see what it is.
You heave 1,000 gold pieces into the waves. The sword slowly rises from the water and floats gently onto the shore before you. You take up the sword.
Ooh, worth it.
With anticipation. Your brow furrows. There's nothing special about it at all. You could have bought this anywhere.
That's fine with me. I need to figure out what this thing is. Alright. And then I'm gonna call it. Ooh. Fun. Let's play some Pass. Ugh, nice. Okay, cool. I have a notepad, yeah. I tried typing this out before I look it up. Okay. Yep. Where WHERE? I don't know. Let's see the sea harbor peninsula. See the Sea Harbor Peninsula. Stolen treasure. Where see the Sea Harbor Peninsula stolen treasure? Where see the Sea Harbor Peninsula stolen treasure? Sea Harbor Peninsula. Sea Harbor Peninsula. Let's have Melanie try it. She seems the most reasonable.
Melanie's face twists in disgust, but she soon I don't feel so well. What have you done to my friend? Who's going to pay for her treatment? Forgive me, please. Fortunately, for you at least, it seems Melanie simply found the taste of the brew rather foul. Good work.
Oh my gosh, it's literally just telling me how to find the first one. Thanks, I found the first one. Let's look at this subreddit. It's on the east side of the map, next to the water, straight across from the harbor town. Okay. Alright, let's see here.
You are surprised to find a merchant selling goods in a place like this. You decide to take a look, and you're in luck. I have some rare items for sale, she remarks, lining up some goods before you.
Good.
She begins closing her shop, saying she needs to stock up on wares again. It seems you won't be able to do any more shopping here. You come across a gaping hole in the ground. A sign. It's only human to want to do exactly what you're told not. However willing you might be, you don't have the armor depicted, so you walk away.
Let's do that.
You can't go in there. That's... A giant wave is rushing toward the shore. You flee the shore without incident.
Straight east from Barren Harbor, not... Oh, shore, okay. Straight east.
You spy a rather large number of monster prints on the ground.
Alright,
You
finally.
pull from your... You feel around in the grass for a few moments. A scrap of paper tells no lies.
Nice.
You greedily open the chest.
Yeah, let's have enough of that. There we go. Then we go to the inn.
You hear a roar in the distance. Rumor in the village has it that it might be the dragon.
Interesting.
You set foot inside the inn only to be greeted with the great clanging of a bell. It would appear you and your companions are this inn's 10,000th customers.
It's delightful.
That means you've won the lifetime of free stays pass.
Nice. Oh, sad. Frostmail. Oh, I do like that. Yeah, let's get it. Excellent. Got the items. Alright, good enough. Alright, let's read these stories and then we're gonna call it. Okay. Hello there, striking on your own, are you? Been long enough to size people at a glance, don't worry, I'll make exactly what you need. You saw him, right? Really scrawny looking, you'll have no problem taking his money, and I'll have no problem staying in business. It's a win-win. Her moist glistening eyes, one bright spot in the dimly lit shop, locked on me as soon as I set foot inside her, and kind of croaking laughter sent shivers down my spine. Serve with their smile, they always say. Well, I think I've got something that'll cure this poor customer. Look at him, shaking like a leaf. I can confessed his love to her, and she asked to live together with him to pledge to make her happy. She nodded and agreed readily. Another filled book night at the end. All men, all apparently on long stays, each one happy to get to live with her. First the 4 legs, then 2, then 3 at the end of 10 legs. What is it? The answer is me, May. I pass peacefully in the next life in the driver's seat of a gently swaying carriage. I love it so. It's delightful. Alright. Oh my goodness, 6 hours. Alright, y'all. Have a good one.